Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Galactic Daily News for the 27th, Monday, the 27th, Memorial Day. So, I know I didn't do a afternoon edition or an evening edition yesterday because I had a lot of guests. Well, one guest for me. My friend Cheryl stopped by. Brought me some hasty chicken and taters. Lovely day. And she introduced me to her temporary house guest, Luna, the lovely Luna dog. Bogey was especially thrilled to have a dog in the house. Oh, shit. Not quite awake yet, guys. And then shortly after Cheryl stopped by, my ex stopped by, Stormy, to help with some stuff around the house and to visit Bogey. Bogey absolutely loves her. She plays with him She plays with him. She hugs him and pets him and loves him and calls him George. In ways that I know, because I'm generally, these days, too fatigued. Well, also, I'm not a cutesy guy, which she is. So. And George. You want to come in? Inside? Yeah, bro. Inside. Snap. Anyway, it's kind of cool out right now. At 10 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to open the windows, let some air in. Trying to avoid turning on the AC as much as possible. I absolutely love having one of those sneaky cup coffee pots. So you don't have to wait for the whole thing to brew. I'm impatient. Come on up. I think that's it for the morning edition of the Galactic Daily News. Not a whole lot to report. I have a dog. I'll tell you, there is nothing better than that first sip of coffee. Maybe sex. I don't know, it's been so long. Which is another thing we'll cover in the health hazard report. Oh, that's right. I have a special thing for you guys. So, let me get you over to myself yesterday and the health hazard portion of our show. Hello and welcome to the first of the new segment, Health Hazard, in which I will give you a little piece of information about the current state of my health. Today, since it's the first segment that we have here, what we're going to cover is how did this happen to me in the first place? How did I get end-stage renal failure? Why did both of my kidneys end up dead as Kelsey's nuts? Let's cover that, shall we? Really, it's unknown. The two biggest precursors to kidney disease are diabetes and high blood pressure. And I had neither one of those beforehand. I currently have high blood pressure because of the kidney disease, not the other way around. So we got that going for us, which is nice. The closest that we could tell, my doctor and I covered all sorts of weird things with mold, any other diseases I might have had, nothing. The closest that we can tell is that it's genetics. My father apparently had kidney issues towards the end of his life. And I have an aunt out there, or had an aunt out there, or she may still be out there for all I know, who's had more than one kidney transplant. So she's had kidney issues as well. So it's genetics. About the only thing I got from my dad was his bad kidneys. Yay me! So that was it. How did I know? Well,
it's 12:15.
I used to work at a call center a couple miles down that way. And I would walk to work every day, about a 20-minute walk. Walk to work, usually catch a ride home at the end of the day because I'm right on the way. But I would walk to work. And what I found is over time, that walk became harder and harder. It's a 20-minute walk, and it would take me 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I would have to rest halfway in between. The last time I actually did the walk, I ended up marching more than halfway there. Because one of the things about marching is that you are so intent on making the count that you don't realize that you're actually walking. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're one foot in front of the other, and it makes it actually easier for you to walk places. Which is probably, one of the reasons why the military does it. I did it when I was in Air Force basic training, and it's an easy habit to get back into. So that's exactly what I did the very last time I walked. That day, I got to work, and I called to make a doctor's appointment. And I'll be honest, I thought these were the reason. I thought it had something to do with my lungs. Or perhaps my heart. But I went in, they ran some tests, including an EKG, one the heart, one the lungs. They took some blood, ran some tests on that. And this is the part where it gets actually amusing. So I get into work one day. I don't think I walked that. I know I didn't walk that day. I think somebody gave me a ride. But I get into work. It's about 7:30. So I'm into work a little early. And the phone on my desk rings. And it's my boss, Jeff. And he's like, "Where are you?" I'm at work, dude. Where do you think I am? He goes, "I'm going to be out front with my truck in about 5 minutes. You need to get in the truck and come with me." I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" "You just need to get in the truck and come with me." Now, Jeff was a Marine. So he has that abrupt Marine way of saying things. And my first thought, and what I said to him, I said, "Dude, this is one hell of a way to fire me. You're not fired, just get into the damn truck." Okay. So I grab my bag and go out and wait for him, and sure enough, he pulls up, and I hop in the truck, and we start zooming off. I'm like, "Where the hell are we going?" He goes, "To the hospital." "What's wrong with you?" "It's not me, it's you. You have renal failure." "What the hell? Renal? Kidneys? Really? My kidneys are dead?" So,
Yeah, went to the hospital, High Point Regional. Not my favorite hospital, to be quite honest. I'm sorry, um, any of you folks from High Point Regional, just not my favorite. Um, and here's part of the reason why. So they get apparently my doctor's office called Jeff because he was my emergency contact, and because I don't have any relatives down here, and very few people I consider close friends. Um, so I put Jeff down there as the emergency contact. My doctor's office called him because they couldn't get a hold of me because I had turned my phone off when I walked into the office, which is what you're supposed to do, right? Don't get me started on that shit. Anyway, they called him. He came and got me. We go to the ER. They get me in there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. They put a catheter in me, which is not the most pleasant of experiences. They ran blood tests. They ran urine tests. Um, and in the meantime, I'm starving. I am quite literally starving because I hadn't had. Back then, I didn't generally eat breakfast. I usually, you know, grab something out of the vending machine at work to have with coffee. And so yeah, I'm starving. I'm starving. I'm starving. They're running tests. They're running tests. I'm just there in the ER. Finally, they bring me some food. What they brought me was shrimp and grits, which I'm okay with shrimp if it's deep fried shrimp with tartar sauce. I can deal with that, like that. Popcorn shrimp, love it. Grits, I've never been a fan of. So they bring me this styrofoam container full of grits with like 4 shrimp on top that look like that they came from Chernobyl. And if I'm looking at this, I'm like, anybody want this? Finally, I think Jeff brought me something from Chick-fil-A. He brought me a Chick-fil-A sandwich. So that was tasty. Because they hadn't told me at that point that I couldn't eat anything. I had no idea what I could and couldn't do at that point. So I'm there. They finally put me in a room. They're still taking blood like every hour. They're testing my urine every hour. I'm surprised I'm still making urine, apparently, because that's something that stops when your kidneys fail. And then finally, this doctor comes in, this Nigerian chap. Um, nice guy, nice guy. But he tells me they're going to put me on dialysis immediately. And I'm like, really? Why? And he starts reading stuff from because this symptom and that's I don't have those symptoms. I don't have nausea. I'm still making urine, as you can tell. Um, you know, what this doesn't match up with what I'm experiencing here. And he's looking. Oh, I have the wrong chart. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to still run some tests. All right. So the next day, they keep me overnight, and the next day, they're still running tests, and they finally they're like, okay, so we're gonna set you a follow-up appointment with our nephrologist, who is the Nigerian chap that you were just talking to yesterday. Oh, the guy who didn't know who I was had the wrong patient. Okay, sure, let's do that. And then they pulled the catheter out. If you think it's painful having a catheter put in, wait until they pull it out. It hurts like hell. But I get over that. I get out. Jeff comes to pick me up, and I get home. He drops me off home, and I'm going to. I call my primary care physician, and I'm like, okay, I need another nephrologist. You need to find me somebody else. So they did. They found me another nephrologist. This one in Greensboro. Went to see her, and basically she's like, "Okay, you're all right for now, basically because you're still able to pee. So until you're and the poisons, basically, there's a bunch of poisons. Creatinine is a big one. Aren't up to the level yet where we need to worry about putting you on any sort of dialysis. But in the meantime, you need to think about what kind of dialysis you want. What kind of dialysis I want? There's more than one kind. So apparently there's two different kinds of dialysis. There is hemodialysis, which is the traditional one that you're probably all familiar with, where they pull out your blood, clean it, put it back in. That's the one I'm currently on. There's also peritoneal dialysis, where they put a catheter in your peritoneum, which is the basically it's the sac that holds your stomach, your intestines, kidneys, livers, the whole thing. It's the sac inside your belly that does that. Stormy is here. So, and that was one I decided to go with eventually. But at the time, I just needed to go and see her like once a month to check up on my levels. And that's how I discovered I had kidney disease. And we'll go into more of that later on. In the meantime, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Oh boy!
So anyway, that's it for today. Or this morning, at any rate. I should have another segment this afternoon. Where is? Okay. It's weird. It won't let me look directly at the camera. Okay, unless that's the thing. I hope. Anyway, so you guys have a good Memorial Day. Please remember all our fallen heroes, and remember, Memorial Day is for those who didn't come back. Veterans Day is for those who did. So, y'all have a good day. If you're out there grilling hot dogs and hamburgers, hey, go ahead and bring me one by. I'm not averse to charity, as you all well know. Remember, speaking of which, remember to go to the Patreon page, the link of which will be at the bottom, at the end of this video, or in the comments section of this video, and also on the Facebook page when I post it on Facebook. So remember to go to the Patreon page. Remember to support the program, which is supporting me, and all the other stuff. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and there's one other thing too that I never can remember. So, but do all that stuff to the videos. Get the video out there so that other people can see it and possibly want to support the program. All right, y'all be cool. Have a good Memorial Day. I'll catch you later.